We are on episode 56 of The We'll Just Agree.
To disagree?
56 or 55?
56.
Oh, 56 of The We'll Just Agree.
To disagree.
Podcast. Hey, Ryan, what's going on with you?
What up, V?
Man, the month of April is almost gone.
Already.
I know. 2022 flew by, didn't it?
It's really flying by. Like, once summer hits, 2022 is over.
Wait, hold on now. Don't take too fast.
No, think about
it.
You know summer's gonna go. You know summer's gonna go fast because everyone's gonna be so excited to be back outside. Once summer's over and it's fall, it's December, so it's a wrap.
But it's not December once it's fall.
All right. Anyways, V, what are we talking about today?
September, and then we still have a whole nother quarter after that.
You have September. You have September, October, November, December. That's a wrap.
Okay, just brush off my favorite season of the year. That's fine. No problem. So I thought this would be a very interesting topic. If you can ask anyone, whether they're deceased or alive, a question, 5 different people, ask them one question, what would that question be?
That's a good one. That's a good one. I had to think about this when you told me the topic. I did have to think about this because there's so many people, but then it's almost like narrowing it down to 5 and then like what is the question? That was a good topic. Do you want to kick it off or do you want me to?
No, go ahead, kick it off.
All right. Number 1. I kind of ranked mine in order too. But my number 1.
I didn't.
Kind of, not really. But my number 1, Chris Rock. Everybody has talked and heard from Will. We have heard from Jada, Chris Rock's brother. Even his mom has spoken out now. I would want to talk to Chris Rock. I have a lot of questions, but I just want to know what was going through your mind when he slapped you at the Oscars.
Dang, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is such a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also an obvious question, but I would want to know too, like, dude, did you think it was a joke at first? Did you think, okay, this guy lost his mind?
Like, that's why I said there's so many questions that I would ask him, but more so just that one person. We've all heard from everybody else. And I know he's going to get a money deal behind it. And I know all that. But in the what we're doing here, Chris Rock.
Dang, that's a good one. Okay, here's mine. Might be a little deep, but here goes.
I'm with it.
I would ask Jesus Christ when he was on that cross, nailed to it, crown of thorns on his head, nails in his hands and his feet. Did he want to come down from that cross at any given point? And like, why did you really die for us? I know in the word it says unconditional love, and I know that he has love for us no matter what, and I know that he came to save the world. I get all of that, but man, I would love to know the answer to that question.
How are we gonna
straight from him?
How are we gonna do the episode after that? I can't. None of these people I have on my list can match Jesus Christ. What?
I'm just saying. We said someone who's alive or dead, but we know that he's very
he rose.
Alive. And he sits at the right hand of the Father right now. So he's very much alive, but gosh, I would love to sit at his feet and just talk to him today.
That's a good one.
Okay, what's yours?
Wow, okay. Mine's a little deep here too. I would love, he's passed away, but my grandfather. My grandfather, now you talked to my grandma Lee before on the phone, the one who said she does not eat pumpkin pie. Her husband, my grandpa.
Only eat sweet potato pie.
Only sweet potato pie. You know what's up.
Yeah. She's from the South. I let her slide.
I was younger when he passed. Like I remember him. I was 7 years old, I think, maybe around that age. And let me say this, I was young enough that when our family found out and everybody was shocked and sad, I didn't understand what was going on. And I remember asking why and what was going on. So that's how young I was. Right. But and honestly, I don't think there's one question that I would have, but I would just like to sit and have a conversation with him. Like I see the photos, I've heard all the stories. I've even met some of his brothers who are still alive and living. and they all look identical alike. But I would just love to just be able to pick his brain. I know he was a construction worker. I know at one point they told me he had cancer, but he would literally be one of those that could go do chemo and then could go right back to doing construction work. So I would just love to talk to him. And I know there are some traits that I picked up from him. So like, I think I've told you this before. I am frugal in the sense I like to save every dime. And I will like, you can give me $10,000 and I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm only spending 1,000. I need to save this 9,000. That's just how my mind operates. And I've always been told I get that from my grandpa Lee. So I would love to be able to meet him and have a conversation.
That's dope. You said you were around 7 or 8 when he passed away?
It was some, I can't remember that exact age. That's why I can tell you, I definitely remember asking my mom, why is everybody so sad? Why is everybody crying? And not understanding what was going on. So I don't know what age that was. I gotta ask my parents, but yeah, I was younger. But I remember the funeral. I remember seeing him, like he had his favorite chair that he sat in the house. I remember those moments, but I don't fully remember everything. You know what I mean?
Got you. Yeah, I got it. And not to be on some religious role or anything, but these are just people that came to my mind right away.
Now, who you said now, Mary? Do you want to talk to Mary Beyonce?
Of course I would. She's the mother of Jesus. If I want to talk to Jesus, of course I want to talk to the woman who bore him. Okay. But Eve.
You want to talk to Eve?
Yes, I want to know, Eve. Girl, why did you eat that apple when the Lord told you not to touch that tree? Why would you do that? I want to know what you're thinking.
No, because if I'm Eve, the same reason why the Lord tells you to go left, Beyonce, but you still go right. Why do you do that?
But what I do is not forbidden by God. She was forbidden to eat from that tree. And then she gonna bring Adam in it too? Girl, what are you doing? I just thought
I can't even be mad because the amount of Eve situations I have in my life, probably did one last night. No, I think I'm
just saying. I think it would be really, really cool to get on with Eve and be like, girl, like seriously, like today's day and age, like, you know, where would she shop? Like, what's like some of her favorite fashions? I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm bringing it up to 2022 right now. Like, it would be really interesting to talk to the first woman who was made from the rib of a man. You know what I mean? Think about it. That'd be so cool. Anyway, that was my second one. Go ahead.
Next
we got 5 apiece, right? We're doing 5 apiece.
Five. Yeah.
Okay.
This one's kind of sad. I gotta say, this one's kind of sad. Kobe. Kobe, man. Probably my favorite player. And I would just love to talk to Kobe about the Mamba mentality. Like we've seen so many interviews on it, but just his mentality of how to be a champion, honestly, not just at the game of basketball, but life. That one still doesn't seem real. It's funny, whenever it's his birthday or it's the anniversary of his passing, I was just saying it on my kids show, like this still does not seem real that Kobe and Gina and all the other people that lost their lives are not here. It's just Kobe, I definitely would have to have a sit down conversation with.
Man, yeah, it's just, gosh, that's been what, 2 years ago, going on 3 years ago that happened. And it was in January of 2020, right? When
it was
that happened?
Right before COVID hit.
Yeah, so January of 2020, and I was with my parents at a Walmart in Naperville. And man, when we got in the car, turned on V103, of course, and the breaking news story came on. I mean, I'm driving and the car just like was driving itself. I was in such shock. So now every time we're at that Naperville Walmart, man, we can't drive by it without thinking of his death. That's just sad. Yeah. I can't even still believe it. But my third one is Martin Luther King Jr. I would ask the Reverend if he thinks his dream will ever become a reality.
That's deep.
Yeah, I have a dream.
Ask him the other question.
I have a dream. Like, sir, I know you had that dream back in the 60s, but I'm sorry, sir. It just looks like we're going backwards. We're in 2020. And we're still having the same problems that we had as Black people back in the 50s and the 60s. Sir, nothing has changed. Do you think your dream will ever be realized? That would be my question to him.
That's
Yep.
a good one. And I agree with you. Like, unfortunately, I think it's still a dream.
Still a dream.
My next one, let's lighten it up. Oh gosh, we done gone to church, been to the funeral. Lord, we done checked on Martin Luther. Golly.
Oh, mine might be a little heavy. They may be, yeah. Go
Okay,
ahead with yours.
I want to talk to, this is 2 for 1, because I'm gonna go to their house. I want to talk to Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Okay.
And because I want to ask them, because think about it, besides the Solange elevator incident that we wouldn't have known about if there wasn't a camera there, and I guess you
Right.
could consider the Lemonade album, they move in such silence that we really hear about them. And I would just want to ask them, how do you move? And why is it so intentional that you move the way you do? Because all they do is drop photos. You see them at an award show, but we don't see them in the news. We don't see them commenting on politics. We don't see them commenting on this, and that. A lot of these celebrities that we play are popular because they're so controversial. Yeah, Lizzo has the music out now, but Lizzo went a few years with not a song out, but still was controversial. Like, I would just love to talk to Beyonce and Jay-Z of how do you guys and why do you operate the way that you do?
I think that's dope. I mean, real G's move in silence.
Yeah. And I want to know, Jay-Z, who did you cheat on? Who is Becky with the good hair?
It was a girl. I thought it was the designer. What's her name?
But didn't they say at one point that it was one of Kim Kardashian's friends?
See, I'm not going to put any bad information out there, but I thought for sure it was known that it was the designer. I cannot call her name. Her line is sold in Macy's and some other places. She has the same name as the girl with the cooking show because people were tweeting the girl with the cooking show.
Well, you got to show me this. You got to show me this after the podcast.
Yeah, I will. I cannot think of her name. Oh my gosh, who is the girl with the cooking show?
Rachel Ray?
Yes. So this girl was Rachel Roy,
really
the fashion designer, allegedly. Now, nobody knows for sure except Jay-Z who he cheated with, okay? But, you know, one thing about Jay-Z, I have to respect him. He did not try to deny it. He came on out, admitted it. And, you know, you could see over the years that their relationship was struggling a little bit. You know, I noticed it on a couple of award shows. How they were interacting, you know, how they were vibing off of each other. But yeah, Rachel Roy.
Okay, now she dated Dame Dash?
Yeah, well, part of the whole family, right? Anyway, that's a whole nother story. You didn't know that, Ryan, all this time? Yeah, Rachel Roy. Yep. Allegedly. Because look, don't put me in nothing. I don't know who he was cheating with. I don't know. I just know he cheated. Okay. So my next one would be, and this doesn't matter, except maybe one president I will take off the list. I would ask the president of the United States, whoever that may be, has America lost its power? You know, back in the day, America was it. America was an ally to every country, every nation, kings and queens, royalty, princes. But now people are like, oh, America.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So that's what I would do. I think America has lost a little bit of its flair, you know, with all the racism and all the civil unrest and all the economic woes that we have and the this and the that. It's just not the same. I mean, we got people rushing our capital for crying out loud. Like, has America lost that it factor that we once had years ago?
Yeah.
That's what I would ask.
My last one is a little deep. And I've shout out to Maya and Megan, some of my choir fans. We talked about this. Beyonce, you know, one of my favorite worship groups right now, gospel groups, is Maverick City.
Maverick City, yeah.
And they have grown overnight to becoming what they are now, to where they are drawing people from all over the world, all, you know, races and everything, to just come together to worship, right? They went from a small church to now they are selling out arenas.
Yes.
We literally were just talking about this. We were watching the videos and we were talking about do you ever feel like, and you probably can agree on this, when God is using you for a big purpose that's drawing a lot of people unto him and shining his light, that the devil really is attacking you left and right?
Absolutely.
And we were having the conversation of, I would love to ask Maverick City. I can only imagine the amount of tax they have on them daily, because the amount of what they're doing in this nation as far as gospel and bringing gospel to people that may not always understand or know or who believe and are transformed. I know people that have told me, like, Ryan, I don't even go to church. I don't even know if I believe, but that song you sent me of Maverick City, like, they're cold. And I feel like, I wonder how much of a weight and how do they deal with that weight that they have on them, because I know the devil is trying to attack them because they are doing so much for the kingdom. So that's something that I would love to ask them.
Yeah, that's dope, man. And that is true. It just seems like the higher up you go in life, like the devil right there to try to knock you down. It's
but then not only are you going up, but you're going up by spreading the kingdom. So now it's not like, dope, you got a new career, you going up in life. No, you're going up by sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ to people who may not know or people who do know. So imagine that devil trying to take that down. Like, I can only imagine the burden they have and the attacks, and then how do they deal with them?
Oh, trust me, there are a plenty. Temptation, all of that. Devil knows what he's doing, but you know what? Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. So they're going to overcome all of that because they are doing something for Christ and his kingdom. My final one is, I would love to sit down with a racist. I want to know what the thought process is. I want to know, why are you so angry? I want to know, why do you hate people who are not your same skin tone? Just because I'm darker than you, just because I come from a different culture than you, why do you hate me so much? Why are you so mean? Why are you so bitter? Is this ingrained in you, or is this taught to you generation after generation? Do you just hate to be hating? I've always wanted to sit down and talk to a racist to figure out their mindset and their thought process on being so hateful. How is that even humanly possible, just to hate to be hating? That's it. That's all.
Beyonce, with all your 5 people, we need a drink after yours. You didn't talk to Jesus, you're going to talk to Eve, you talking to racists, you talking to a president. We need a drink. I'm tired. This water ain't.
Want to go? Let's go.
We need a drink.
There's some interesting people.
But no, those are really. I mean, these are really good. Like, these are really interesting, and these are really good conversations that I wish we both could have. Honestly, with all 10 people that we named. But let us know who you guys would want to talk to, and what would your question be. You can let us know in the comments on our YouTube page or Instagram page at We'll Just Agree to Disagree. But Beyonce, great topic. I really like this one.
Yeah, thank you, man. Same here. And that's going to do it for this episode. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Beyonce Fox. I'm on TikTok too, but I still have yet to get on there.
You're on TikTok?
Or do it. I've been on TikTok for months, but
you're on TikTok and you don't even follow me.
Oh, you're on TikTok? Okay, let me follow you right now. Oh, my phone is holding up the iPad.
You can follow me, guys, at Ryan Media Lee. I will follow you back unless your name is Beyonce Fox. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
See ya.